This is a 190 Q&A practice test. Plaintiff attorney Mr. Olson, capital O-L-S-O-N. Defense attorney Mr. White, capital W-H-I-T-E. And we'll start with defense attorney. Ready? Here we go. Well, was that from one end to the other? Yes. The one alert that you got was in the bathroom. Yes. The bathroom of a home is a place where one would not uncommonly find human bodily fluid. That's true. Traces of urine, for example. Yes. Not if there's a man living and using the bathroom, one would not uncommonly find traces of blood, at least if he's someone who shaves in the morning. That's true. So what the source again of the alert was, you are not able to say. No. Neither was Rags. No. Did you work to the master bedroom, the bedroom at the far? Yes. Upper left here? Yes. No alerts in the master bedroom? No. Did you have a chance to work Rags in the inside the attached or the detached garage? That's about square in the middle of the portion of Exhibit 86 that we have on the screen. No, we did not. We only worked as far as the tank where he was barking, and then he skirted around to another area, meaning he ran up along to the east here to the left. Yes, he ended up going behind the next building. Where did he go? There was an area of 4 burn barrels, which he barked at. Oh, this is what you now know to be the Jones trailer. I don't know whose trailer that is, but it was a blue trailer, yes, just east of Mr. Arnold's garage, yes, and there were 4 burn barrels in the back. Yes, he alerted on those. Yes, where did he go from there? There was another dog barking. The weather at this point was very bad, so they asked me to secure him, and we then returned to base. The other dog was over by this blue trailer. Yes, and we exited the property off-site of this picture. We came out to the road. Were you actually handling dogs before 1989? Not in the search and rescue capacity, understood, but were you working with trained dogs, guide dogs, yes, or other human assistance dogs, yes. Okay, dogs have been a passion of yours for a long time, yes. You have worked with hundreds of dogs, yes, maybe thousands, maybe. Those have included all kinds of shepherds, all breeds, and specifically a range of shepherds, right? Specifically shepherds, yes. Okay, a Belgian shepherd here. You have worked with German shepherds, yes. And if someone asked you, do you think you could have approached and handled the dog behind Mr. Arnold's garage? I didn't have enough contact to know that. The weather really was a factor, sure, and I was concerned about my working partner at that time. The dog was sounding off. Whether that was aggressive or not, we really didn't stop to make that determination. Fair enough. So I guess the answer is maybe, maybe not. We could not have worked that area without removing that dog from the site. I won't work my dog with somebody else's dog chained in the area, so we couldn't work the area, but I could make a decision on whether I could have handled that dog or not. Okay, have you met dogs you couldn't handle? Oh yeah. Okay, that's all I have. Thank you very much, Mr. Olson. Any redirect? If I could have just a moment, Judge. Mr. White asked about false positives and false negatives. Have you had an experience specifically with Rags where Rags alerted, found a scent that was originally believed to have been a false positive that actually turned out to be an accurate reflection of some evidence? We had 2, both in 2005, that come to mind. In one case, we were called to a drowning situation where it was believed a driver and his vehicle, the driver had Alzheimer's, had entered a canal in northern Illinois. Rags gave a very definitive alert in that area that would have been logical, where the vehicle could have been gone in. Divers looked without success for 2 days. We cleared scene. I was very concerned about that as a false positive. Bothered me a lot in training. Some weeks went by and we received a call from the agency that as a barge had gone through taking corn in this canal, they had struck something, and in finding out it was the vehicle. It had obviously gone in with enough force. It was silted into the river. They were able to pull the vehicle out, and the driver was within the vehicle. That was an example of what looked to be a false positive. That was true. We also had an evidence kind of case, same kind of thing. Let me just, my point is that Rags has been found, yes, before, to be accurate, even when humans, when we thought, couldn't find what he was wrong. Yes, that's all I have of Ms. Kramer, Judge. I'm just taking one last look at the report. I probably will have no further questions, but if I could just have a moment or two, go ahead. The area of the 4 burn barrels, Rags actually alerted on 2 of the barrels. Objection beyond the scope of redirect. It is, I'm just getting a chance to look at the report. It is beyond the scope of redirect. All right, how many questions are you looking to ask? I think 2, that's fine, Judge, he can. Very well, I have asked 1 already. He alerted on 2 of the barrels, yes, and the alerts go with extreme animation and excitement, yes. That's all I have, thanks, nothing further, thank you. Very well, the witness is excused, thank you. Can we approach just briefly? Judge, sure. Members of the jury, we are going to get started on the next witness, but if you want to stand up and stretch a bit now, you can, that's fine. All right, at this time, Mr. Olson, you may call your next witness. State will call Tom Bender, Your Honor. Please be seated. Please state your name and spell your last name for the record. Tom Bender, B-E-N-D-E-R. Mr. Bender, how are you employed? I'm a special agent with the Wisconsin Department of Justice, Division of Criminal Investigation. How long have you been a law enforcement official? Almost 27 years. What is the Department of Justice? The Wisconsin Department of Justice, run under the auspices of the Attorney General in Wisconsin. There's a law enforcement branch to that division or department, is that right? Yes, that's this Division of Criminal Investigation, DCI. Do you have a specific area of authority with DCI? Yes, I'm now with Special Assignments Bureau within DCI. DCI is broken up into many different areas and bureaus, and that is where I am. And the primary purpose of Special Assignments Bureau, amongst other things, would be homicide investigations or death investigations. And why does DCI typically help, or why are they assigned homicide investigations? Due to the complexity of those types of investigations at times, and with the size of them, and a lot of times you have counties that maybe have 1 detective or 2 detectives, and DCI is there to assist in those instances. Is it common for DCI to take over an entire case, or does DCI typically help other agencies? DCI typically helps. I'm going to direct your attention, Agent Bender, to May 5th of 2005. Ask if the Division of Criminal Investigation received a call on that day to assist in an investigation. Yes, we did. Could you describe for the jury how that happened? A sheriff from Carson County, Jim Page, contacted DCI, I believe the administrator for DCI, and asked for our help at that time, which was still a missing persons investigation being conducted. Did you personally respond? Yes, I did. And where did you go, and what time did you get there? I received a call at home. I probably left that area or my house about 1, picked up another special agent and went to the Arnold Junkyard and Arnold Properties, and got there just a little after 2 p.m. that day. Sometime at or about 2 p.m. Were you involved in, that is, did you help in discussions regarding who was going to lead up or be in charge of this investigation? Yes. And could you recount those discussions for the jury, please? Upon arrival at that scene, I met with, I know for sure, Jim Page, the sheriff of Carson County, and I was advised that the West County Sheriff's Department had asked the Carson County Sheriff's Department to take the lead role in the investigation. And let me advise that the investigation pertained to Kate Hall, and the reason we were at the Arnold Junkyard was that her car had been found on that property. All right, the word list. We have Rags, capital R-A-G-S. Jones, capital J-O-N-E-S. Arnold, capital A-R-N-O-L-D. Belgian Shepherd, capital B-E-L-G-I-A-N. Shepherd, capital S-H-E-P-H-E-R-D. German Shepherd, capital G-E-R-M-A-N. Shepherd, capital S-H-E-P-H-E-R-D. Ms. Kramer, M-S period, capital C-R-A-M-E-R. Tom Bender, capital T-O-M, new word, capital B-E-N-D-E-R. DCI is all caps, no periods, no spaces. DCI. Division of Criminal Investigation, capital D-I-V-I-S-I-O-N. Of, small o-f. Criminal, capital C on criminal. Investigation, capital I on investigation. Division of Criminal Investigation. Special Assignments Bureau, capital S on special, capital A on assignments, capital B on bureau. Carson County, capital C-A-R-S-O-N, capital C on county. Jim Page, capital J-I-M, new word, capital P-A-G-E. Arnold Junkyard, capital A-R-N-O-L-D, capital J on junk, capital Y on yard. West County, capital W-E-S-T, capital C on county. Kate Hall, capital K-A-T-E, new word, capital H-A-L-L. And that is it for the word list, and that will conclude our 190 Q&A practice test.